guys, we're back at it again. Today I have a chit chat get ready with me. This chit chat get ready with me is gonna have the topic of my sweet baby girl Winnie. We're gonna talk about Winnie and how we got her, how we named her, where we got her, and why she's the best little girl in the whole wide world. Put her down. Alright, so first let's pull back this hair. We decided to get Winnie back we started looking at dogs in December of 2019. That's when we kind of decided we wanted to get one. We already knew that we wanted to move in together after we graduated from college. Are you kidding me? So we wanted to move in together, and we've both been dog lovers our entire lives. Both of our families have dogs, and both of them are doodles. So I always knew, since my family got its first doodle, and I say its first doodle because we have I think there's 4. I always knew I wanted to get a Labradoodle when I graduated. And so my immediate family, like my mom and my dad and my sister, we personally didn't have a dog because we were always in dance and cheerleading, and my mom just didn't think it was fair to a dog to do that. Actually, I'm gonna take this off because I'm already hot. My parents never thought it was fair to get a dog when we were younger. We had one when we were really little. Her name was Sadie. She was an Old English sheepdog. She was so cute. My dad actually called her Bear Dog because she was 90 pounds. The girl was huge. I always loved dogs. They're my favorite animals. For Christmas, I would always ask for those gigantic dog encyclopedias. I had so many of them, and I actually still have them. And I only have one actually that has Labradoodle in it because obviously Labradoodle's a newer type of dog. It's a lab and a poodle mix. My grandparents got McGuire when I was in 6th grade. It was my favorite dog from there on. Before we got McGuire, my grandparents got McGuire, I don't think I actually knew what a Labradoodle was. And when I met him, I brought him to school. He threw up all over me, so that was super exciting. But from then on, McGuire has just been the best dog ever. So I always knew when I got a dog, I would want it to be a Labradoodle. So I always begged my mom every year for a dog for Christmas, and she always said, we're way too busy, yada, yada, yada. She was like, when you grow up and you get your own place, you're done with college, you can get your own dog. So I always said, okay. But she would always back that up with, cousin in Texas was the same way. She always wanted a dog. She is fully grown now, in her 40s, and she still doesn't have a dog because they're just so much work and you need to dedicate so much time to them. And I was always like, oh, that won't be me. I need a dog. And now I have a dog. I graduated in May and it is currently September and I already have a puppy. So it's just something I've always wanted. My boyfriend and I both are obsessed with dogs. My boyfriend's dad's actually a vet, so it works out super nice. It came to the breed of the dog we were getting. My boyfriend's family actually has a golden doodle, and I was doing all of the research. I put in hours of research to find a breeder. So because I was doing that, he didn't ever really care if we got a golden doodle or a Labradoodle, but because I was putting in all of the research and time, I think he just let me pick Labradoodle. But he actually picked Winnie's name, and people, whenever we tell him her name is Winnie, I remember when we told my grandpa, he was like Winnie the Pooh. I was like, yeah, Winnie the Pooh. He found it one night. So originally we weren't gonna get a red Labradoodle. We were gonna get a black Labradoodle. I couldn't find any litters with black Labradoodles for the time we wanted to get a puppy. And you have to get on these litters months and months in advance. I think we put our deposit down for Winnie definitely February, because I remember she's like our gift to each other for like literally ever. So it was before our anniversary, because I know we didn't get each other presents because we were getting a puppy. So it was either February or March when we put our name on the list to be in Winnie's litter. She was going to be born in April. So her birthday is April 20th, 2020. We also knew we wanted a girl. So Jake has only ever had girl dogs. And I've had both. I've had boy dog, McGuire, and then like my immediate family's dog, Sadie. She was a girl. So I kind of wanted to go back to a girl because my grandparents, McGuire's still alive. He's still kicking, my little fluffer. And so he's a boy. So I was like, why don't we get a girl? And Jake was down for it. So that was awesome. So we decided on a girl. In the contract for our breeder, you can specify preferences, but it isn't guaranteed. Obviously, like Mother Nature, if everyone on this litter's list like wants a girl, obviously not everyone's gonna get a girl, because mom might not have all girls. She'll probably have like a mix of boys and girls. Winnie's litter ended up being a mix. I think there was 5 boys and 3 girls. So we were super lucky to get a girl, and I was so excited. I love our breeder. She was the sweetest thing ever throughout the entire process. I'm just the type of person who asks literally the most questions. One of my best friends, we always were in the same major in college, so we always were in the same classes as well. And I swear she got so annoyed with me because I was always asking questions. I need reassurance. I need confirmation. It's kind of ridiculous. She was super helpful the entire time, which I was so thankful for. Super responsive every time I would message her with a question. Because once the puppies were born, I wanted like play by play. And I know it was probably annoying for her, but she put up with me so well. Like, just imagine when I have actual kids, not just a puppy, how much of a helicopter parent I'm gonna be. It's ridiculous. So my breeder and I probably talked honestly once a week once the puppies were born, because I just wanted updates. I wanted to know how everything was going, because you're investing a lot of money into a dog. Not only are you paying for the dog, you're getting everything to get ready for the dog. You're getting the kennel, if you kennel train them. Winnie is kennel trained. And you're getting toys, you're getting a collar, you're getting a leash, you're getting food. You need to know like what food to get, because when you first get a puppy, you don't want to like bring them home and then switch them off the food that they had already been eating. There is so much change already going on in the puppy's life at that time. That's just not something you also want to change. Plus, anytime you switch a dog's food, you want to do it like gradually. You don't want to do it all at once. So I had to find out all that information from her. She is located in Norwalk, Iowa, which is just outside of Des Moines. So to get the puppies, because like I've said before, my mom and my dad and my sister, they got Winnie's brother and they named him Maverick. So we all caravanned in June or July, I can't remember. It was 8 weeks from the birthday to get the puppies. So it was fun. It was like a whole family event. Now, my parents, growing up, like I said, they were always like, oh, we're too busy. We can't get a dog. But once they heard that Jake and I were getting a dog, I think they thought it would be a super fun idea to get dogs from the same litter. And obviously Tori, my little sister, she had still been wanting a dog just as much as I had. So she was on my parents about let's get another dog and all this stuff. I think my mom really started to like the idea. Now my dad, on the other hand, whew, that light was in my face. I don't think he was on board for the puppies, honestly, until we brought them home and he actually got to meet them. Throughout the entire process, I feel like he was squabbling the whole time. But now him and Maverick are literally the best friends in the entire world. So it's so cute. In the future, I do want to adopt probably our next dog. I would love a corgi, but I cannot do a dog that sheds, and corgis shed, so it makes me so sad. So flash forward to college spring break. It's the end of March. And April is just around the corner, and Winnie was to be born in April. And we still did not have anywhere set up to live after graduation. Because of coronavirus, the housing market, there was just not enough inventory on the market. So we're like, we have this puppy coming, we're graduating, we both have jobs in Cedar Rapids. What are we gonna do? I mean, we could have always moved in with my parents for a while, because my parents do live in Cedar Rapids as well. We ended up finding our house, and it was perfect. Oh, so by the way, her full name is Winifred Bean. And in the beginning, Jake was so against Winifred. I just thought it was funny, like such a formal name for a dog. And in the beginning, Jake was like, oh my gosh, no. But now he's the one who will joke around with her and call her Winifred, so it's funny. So Jake came up with Winnie and Bean, actually. I don't know actually how he came up with Winnie. He just texted me one day, like, the idea for the name, and we both really liked it, and it stuck. But for Bean, we were sitting back at college on my college house on the porch, and we were like flipping through dog middle names. Like, of course, there's sites like that. And we found Bean, and we just thought it was so funny because she was going to be a small, like, little puppy, like a little bean. So that's where we came up with that. So I did so much research into what breeder I wanted. And I really think we picked the best breeder ever. It's Iowa Meadows Labradoodles, and like I said earlier, they're located in Norwalk, Iowa, and she's the sweetest lady, and you can just tell she cares so much about the puppies. The puppies come crate trained, and they sleep through the night, which was the most amazing thing ever. Obviously, there were some nights where we had like fall asleep by her kennel with like your hands in the kennel, because she was just so scared at first, you know? You took her away from her mom, all of her siblings, all at once. Sure, she got to see Maverick during some days, but that doesn't take away that she's alone for the first time without anyone she knows. So for the first week, she cried, and we had to sleep outside of her kennel with her. She also, so we knew this going into it. Our breeder told us, and we requested an active dog. The breeder wants to like match the dog's personality. Oh, do you want out? She wants out now, but I swear she's gonna be crying at that door in like not too long to be let back in. So the breeder wants to match the dog with the family, and Jake and I, we like to be outdoors. We like to go on walks, bike rides, all that stuff. Like I said before, we've taken her kayaking with us, which is so fun. And so we really knew we wanted a dog that would be more active. So that's what we put on this little personality test that our breeder gave us. And I really think it's an amazing idea because like Maverick, my parents' dog, he would never do any of the stuff that we go and do with Winnie. So I do think it is really important, and there is a method to the madness. I know some people, me included, going in, I was like, I want a girl dog. I want her to be red because our litter could either be reds, caramels, or creams. So red is Winnie's coloring, but to be considered a red Labradoodle, you have to have a black nose, and she has a brown nose, so she's considered a caramel, whereas her brother, who's lighter than her, was considered at birth a red because he had a black nose, but he's actually lighter, and I'd consider him a caramel. I can insert a picture of them right here. So I think it's really important that the breeder matches up the personality of the family with the dog, because that has worked out so well for us. Winnie keeps us on our toes. She's such a little adventurer. She's not a big snuggler, which kills me sometimes because I want to snuggle her, but she always wants to be playing with her toys, like looking around and all that stuff. But she's such a smart girl. We learned that in puppy classes. So like I said, she came crate trained and she could sleep through the night. And she was scared, rightfully, and didn't sleep through the night the first probably 2 weeks. Now, obviously, she's almost 5 months. She'll be 5 months tomorrow, actually. So she is sleeping through the night and is all potty trained and stuff. She definitely had her share of accidents in the house, specifically this room. I swear every time she was in here, she would go number 2. I think it was just because like whenever we're in here, like I'm doing my makeup or Jake is working, so if she's ever locked in here, it's because one of us is doing something where we can't look at her 24/7. So I think that's why it would happen. Knock on wood, she has not had an accident in so long, except last week I caught her butt scooching on the carpet downstairs. She like went number 2 outside and then she came inside and she butt scooched on the carpet. I was like, where did you learn that? That is not what good girls do. Can you hear Jake saying, Winnie, come here? Because I bet she's sitting outside the door. Let's see. I think he's giving her a bath. I remember when Jake and I told people that we were moving in together and getting a dog, everyone was like, no, don't do it. You're still so young. You have so much time to do all that, like later down the line. But I have to say we are so happy with our decision. She is our entire world. Plus it is COVID, so we don't really do much. So it's the perfect time to be home training a dog. Like I said earlier, Winnie's so smart, so she learns really fast. Now, I think Jake is just getting Winnie out of the bath, so let's go see. Who's a pretty little girl? All right, well, guys, thank you so much for watching this chit chat. Get ready with me talking all about our little girl, Winnie, who is, as always, a what girl. All right, make sure to like and subscribe down below. I've listed everything down below so you can find the products that I was using today. All right, guys, have a good day.